Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 12 College Football Playoff. We've got the Cotton Bowl here between the SEC champions, number 3 in the nation, the Georgia Bulldogs, making their first college football appearance since Season 9 when they went to overtime against Kansas State and then got beat in the semis. They're going up against number 6 East Carolina, the American champions, making their second CFP appearance after just missing out beating Baylor last year. They missed a field goal wide left to send it to OT. And we are back. Let me know if you can hear me. And if you don't know what this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran entirely through Discord. You do not need the game. You do not need anything. Just, Discord. You can take over a team, recruit players, set depth charts, set schemes, hire coordinators, be an incredibly, just anything a head coach can do. We also have server games where you can get rewards. We have a fully functional sportsbook. We have a fully functional fantasy football. We have all sorts of other server games, so it's a fun time. If you want to join, click any links in any of the descriptions or the channel descriptions, and you'll get, in the great words of Deion Sanders, we aren't too hard to find. Yeah, this one's going to be a massive one. If you're coming over from the Peach Bowl, that was an instant classic, one of the best first-round games we've ever seen. Coach K, my coordinator, is here. As you guys do know, ECU is my team. Everyone and their mother is cheering for Georgia in this game, and that's all right. It just makes when I win that much sweeter. So I always tried my best when my team is playing to be unbiased, but when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, you'll see me kind of freak out if I have to. So it's going to be an exciting one no matter what way it shakes out. The G5s never won a game in the college football playoff. ECU and Buffalo are both going to the ACC next year, so we'll see if they can break that record on their way out of the G5. But yeah, here we go. We're going to get right into the rosters, and we're starting out with the challenger, the number 6 team. We've got East Carolina, led by redshirt freshman Christian Richard, 90 overall. He is very undersized, and he got hurt for the majority of the year, so we've seen very little of him. On game day in week 1, he was cooking Texas A&M as ECU led 28-0 when he went down with his injury where he broke his tailbone and was out for the next 9 weeks. So really going to be interesting to see how he handles playing in this environment. Like I said, brand new quarterback to this team this year. We've had chronic issues at quarterback, it seems, for years. So we'll see what happens with Christian Richard. In the backfield, Vanilla Vic, he won the Walker last year, one of the best running backs in the country. Has struggled with some injuries in recent weeks, but nothing that's sidelined him. But he keeps coming out of games, so if he comes out, we got J.D. Gibson, 80 overall. He's done wonders as well. He is a sophomore, so we'll see. But Vanilla Vic, he's going to be a big-time player in this game. At wide receiver, we are very, very new in this area. No more Heimlich Heisenberg. Led by Kyle Wilson, you got James O'Neal as well. Mario Thurman returning from last year. Love this guy. And then you got Alex Kilpatrick, the 5-star freshman coming in. He's had a couple big catches when we watched his team. At tight end, we got Dusty Dukes, the freshman as well. ECU and Georgia Tech have the 2 most SFA players in the country, so pretty much every player I call today is going to be an SFA player. We got Arnie Ronaldo, SFA guy, the best offensive line in the group of 5, bar none. Jackie Claude Jr., Gene Dallas, the freshman, Xavier Johnson. He's back from injury, so he will play this game. And then you got Daniel Williams, who won himself an award. He is not an SFA player, but in the first year of tampering, ECU snagged Daniel Williams from the portal. And where did he play? Georgia. So it's kind of a revenge game here from his freshman year. And then on the defensive line, the full SFA starting defense, led by J.J. Watt Sr. He's never done anything. He's always been hurt. Can he finally do something as a 99 overall? Please. On the other side, Blake Womack, the freshman's been popping off. And then in the middle, you got Leslie Stirrups and Theodore Chond. Hopefully he doesn't Chond this game for us. Really like my defensive line. Dexter Glasscock, freshman All-American in the left outside linebacker slot. And then in the middle, the transfer from Florida. The reason we got him is for these games, hoping our run defense isn't just Swiss cheese like it's been for 3 years on game day games. So Roman Mills, please help me. And then on right outside linebacker, Jordy Drake is actually starting there. It's the speedy linebacker as well. And then on the outside, best corner in the country, Darrent Williams, a transfer from Louisiana, coming in, the number 1 corner. We're going to need him today. The BearCave reward player, Mickey Flames. We'll see if he can make some plays. And then you got J.R. Swain as well. He's had a pick 6 on game day before, so we'll see. And then on the back end, Sua Cravens. He's a senior. And then Clint Kubiak. He had a pick 6 against Baylor last year to keep us in that game. So we'll see what happens. And then kicker, Josh Anderson, the man who missed the field goal last season against Baylor. Wide left, we all know it. He's improved a little bit, so I expect him not to be too much of a liability this year. And yeah, that's ECU. And now let's take a look at Georgia, arguably the hottest team in the country. They start out 3-2. They did lose by 2 points to Notre Dame, who we just saw in that last game. Just hand it to Clemson. So they've won 8 in a row. They just won an upset against Ole Miss in the SEC Championship, led by Ryan McBrien, another part of that Season 8 in-game recruit class with Bart Rogers, Dick Weed as well as the backup if he gets hurt or leaves the game. And then you got Michael Clark, the running back. And then off, Jimmy Reed's going to match up one-on-one with Darrent Williams. Cody Williams here, Tommy Moore, Joe Newman. Pretty good wide receiver core. Lorenzo Pines, SFA player, and Caleb Broussard, SFA player as well. Tight end U over here. Left tackle, they've SFA player Jackson Wild. Really good offensive line here, obviously. A little bit better than ECU's. And on the defensive end, Thomas King, Justin Bailey, and then Jordan Whiting, the SFA player, the number 1 recruit from Season 9, in-game recruit, and Kyle Jackson. I really like my offensive line, but obviously scared of these guys, so we'll see what happens. Their linebacker core, Brian Hayes, Aaron Simmons, and Mike Petit. Really good linebacker core as well. And then out wide, Gerard Yates. You got Keelan Carroll, SFA player. He is a true freshman, though. Victor Ware, and then it falls off from there. So if our depth receivers can get some openings, even though we are a run-heavy team, that would be great. And then free safety, Charles Morris, low speed, and Taylor Sockrider, the SFA player, who will be in the transfer portal, along with Kennard Shorts, SFA player as well. So a little bit of scouting for you guys if you have some money for the transfer portal in the offseason. But yeah, enough talking about these teams. These are the 2 highest overall teams in the country coming into the season. I haven't checked since, so who knows with hot streaks and whatnot. But East Carolina and Georgia here in the Cotton Bowl. It's about that time, and I'm not going crazy uniforms. Every time I go crazy uniforms, we lose. I'm going to go all white, though. Just keep it classic. Because I've been here now. I know how this goes. So we've got ECU, we've got Georgia. Time for the prediction. Remember, get those Bobanos ready, folks. Remember, there are no spreads or anything when we do this. It's just a straight up who wins for some points here. You got Georgia, or do we have East Carolina? This one could go either way. I mean, historically, if you want to go just based off of how ECU plays against Power 5 teams the last 3 years, it's been a walk-off winner every time. Baylor, we lost on the field goal. Against Tennessee in the Citrus Bowl, we lost on the final touchdown. And you can't stop my offense, but I can't stop your offense. So it's just, they've both been, we saw a defensive battle in that last game. I expect the exact opposite here. So I'm going to get my, get your Bobanos going here, and we'll get started here in a second. And as always, we're gearing up for another season. So if you are on Patreon, please submit your in-game recruits to me, the ones that you're making up. so that I can release the spreadsheet to everybody so they can give their submissions. Remember, folks, coaching offers will start going out immediately following the national championship and all this coach firing wheels and stuff after that. So just please be timely with your off-season stuff. I know we just had a little bit of a delay to the CFP. So the faster you guys answer my DMs or answer my announcements, the quicker we can get into season 13, which is going to be a banger. There's tons coming. And then tomorrow, we're right back at it with the other half of the CFP slate. We're going to start out with, you see on the bottom line there, Nebraska coach Chewy taking on Ole Miss, two teams who are in their first CFP ever in the SFA. And then followed that, we have Ohio State against Buffalo to close out the first round. So winner of this game will go to the Rose Bowl. So two East Coast teams battling out in Texas. Winner goes immediately to the West Coast, and the loser goes home. So this one's sure to be a massive game. I'm scared, very scared. We'll see what happens. But judging by that last game, anything can happen. Last year, we had a national championship matchup that nobody predicted in the BearCave. So it's a pretty even split with the channel points. So we're about to get into it. The Cotton Bowl is starting here. I never thought I'd see the day. I am scared out of my mind. ECU, first time we've been truly, truly healthy, hopefully for a whole game. So this is going to be a massive, massive, massive one. ECU dominating the competition, moving up to the ACC this year. So number one defense, top three offense, even without their starting quarterback. And we've got rain in the Cotton Bowl here. Indoors, I believe. So it always rains in the Cotton Bowl. What can we say? I think we're in Jerry's world for the Cotton Bowl, but I think the game thinks that we're still in outside. So we've got some, I guess Jerry Jones turned on the sprinklers here. Doesn't want ECU to cook today. So ball carrying might be a little rough, which doesn't bode well for ECU, who runs like 60 run plays a game. There's Roman Mills. Oh, baby, it is time. Who will survive? Last game is a G5 team, potentially. Can we knock off the dreaded SEC, who I publicly said I would never allow ECU to go to when they started offering me bids. Here we go, boys and girls. The Cotton Bowl, always a fun time. Originally won the Season 2 Cotton Bowl with Colorado. So we'll see what happens here today. Georgia will start with the ball. We're going to see Ryan McBride first. And here we go. The kick is off. Oh, baby. ECU, what can we do? Georgia, they are going to return it here. And they get just past the 20. So we really haven't seen this number one defense in the country at all, pretty much all season since the start. An all SFA player starting base package. So it's going to be incredible. Every player's an impact player. Ryan McBride, the first play of the game, he breaks 2 tackles. He breaks both of the transfers. He breaks the Roman Mills tackle and the Darren Williams tackle. So remember, impact players for Georgia. Michael Clark is the running back, but Ryan McBride, and then the tight ends, Lorenzo Pines and Caleb Broussard. As we bring a blitz, and we almost get there, and Mickey Flames drops the pick. The blitz immediately got there, and Mickey Flames, he had his chance. The G5, or the BearCave reward player from a few seasons ago. 3rd and 5 already. They're going to run a draw play, and it gets through. Only 3 down linemen there on 3rd down. They took their chance, and these are 2 teams that like to hurry it up. So a lot of plays are going to be ran today. Might come down to... Oh, boy, we got a toss now. J.R. Swain makes the play, and Jordy Drake, he cleans it up. What a play from the slot corner. J.R. Swain always coming through up and coming up clutch in these games. 2nd and 15 here. I'm loving the way this defense is playing so far. Handoff, and we're just running in from the outside making plays. Oh, Nelly. If this run defense shows up today, ECU might be in for a good one. As we got 3rd and long now, they come out empty with Ryan McBrien. What is the call? He has time. Drag route. Can he get there? No. Roman Mills, the transfer from Florida, cleans him up. Joe Newman can't get there, and Georgia is scoreless on their first possession. And honestly, how many times do you see that when ECU plays? A defensive stop as, oh my, broken tackle from J.R. Swain. He should have fair caught that. Luckily, that wasn't a turnover. And remember, ECU kind of got lucky in that AAC championship. It was, Rutgers had a chance with the ball, but they fumbled the ball on the kickoff for a safety. So, Christian Richard, Vanilla Vic in the backfield. One of the most potent rushing offenses in the country. Vanilla Vic only gets about 3 on his opening carry. The key here is staying healthy between these two. If Christian Richard and Vanilla Vic can play a full game, they should be okay. 2nd and 7. Hands it off. No, Christian Richard keeps it. He finds outside, cuts inside, and he gets 0 yards. So immediately now a 3rd and 7 for this offense. Christian Richard came in out of high school as an athlete. He had the choice between wide receiver and quarterback. He got redshirted 1 year. As we bring a blitz here, throwing it. He finds his man. And the freshman Alex Kilpatrick, the freshman to freshman connection. Christian Richard to Alex Kilpatrick, the 5-star that we stole from Tennessee on signing day. All right, 1st and 10 after a big 3rd down conversion from both teams. Corner blitz. Christian Richard takes off, and he's going to go down. Loss of 9. What penetration, and Victor Ware, the slot corner, cleans him up. This offensive line giving Christian Richard some time. He just tried to use his rushing ability, kind of like Walter Hearn in the last game, just unable to escape the pocket. Second and 19 now. Another blitz, and as he's in, oh, it's intercepted as he's hit. Georgia's going the other way. Christian Richard trying to bring him down, and he does. But a massive mistake on the opening drive of the game. Richard was hit below the leg as he threw that ball, didn't get enough on it, and it's intercepted by the middle linebacker. And here we go. You know I'm gonna lose in some bad way. We all know it. Handoff now, Michael Clark up the middle, and Roman Mills makes the play. Welcome to ECU, baby. That's the only reason we signed him, was to help in the run defense, and here we go. Second and 8, under center, Ryan McBrien, man in motion. Plenty of time. ECU can't let that get to him. Michael Clark out wide. Roman Mills again! The illegitimate son of the schizophrenic coach. 3rd and 8. Corner blitz, J.R. Swain, wide open, man. That's a 1st down. Darren Williams, what are you doing? Cody Williams, easy 1st down, and ECU had the chance to get off the field. Darren Williams couldn't maintain close coverage. 1st and goal under center. They're tossing out again, Michael Clark, and he's wrapped up again in the backfield. This run defense looks amazing. Second and goal. Can ECU get off the field here? Michael Clark has not been able to do anything. Now they just run a power up the gut. This time he's successful. He gets about 6 back to the 5-yard line. But a 3rd and goal incoming here for Georgia. Might be a little too far to be confident in the run game. Yep, they're bringing out shotgun formation. 3rd and goal, McBrien. He has time. He floats it, and that's intercepted by J.R. Swain! What a play from the slot corner, the SFA player. And ECU takes over. The real question, though, now is where are they going to spot the ball? They're spotting it on the inch. Can ECU get out of their own end zone here? They hand off to Vanilla Vic, and he gets some room back out to the 5. Gives him a little bit of room here, but no points off the turnover. This defense playing incredible to start the day. Christian Richard now. He's going to float it out wide. Mario Thurman, and he catches it! What a play from the sophomore receiver. Remember, Christian Richard's only a freshman. His throwing skills are incredibly raw. As Vanilla Vic finds some room now. He gets about 4. This game for ECU, this offense completely relies on the dual run game between Richard and Vanilla Vic. If we're stuck throwing it, we're not going to have a chance as Vanilla Vic finds the outside and he loses one there. 3rd and 7 incoming. Can Christian Richard do it again here? It's going to be a screen pass. They get off Vanilla. He has some room in front of him. Vanilla, a lot of room. He runs through 2 men. First down, ECU. And if you guys are wondering why this team's running hurry up, I've not changed my playbook since season 7, not even touched my coach. For some reason, it runs hurry up every game, so we've just kind of adapted to it. If we run Wildcat, it really screws our drive. So we just hope we don't run Wildcat. But 2nd and 6, I'm not gonna lie, Vanilla Vic's not finding the room he normally does, so I am a bit scared there. Gonna have to hope Christian Richard finds some room when he runs the ball. Speak of the devil, we have some Wildcat here, but Vanilla Vic, he finds some room. But when we run hurry up, it's going to glitch out most likely. Don't worry, it does reset on the next play stoppage. No, wait, Vanilla Vic's throwing it in! Oh, not even close over the middle. He did have a wide open man, though, so it was the perfect play call from Coach K, the offensive coordinator. But it just didn't work. Vanilla Vic had no accuracy there. 2nd and 10 now. Running out left, Christian Richard. He throws it. Boom! Mario Thurman open again. ECU is driving. Richard throwing some absolute bullets here. And he's 4 of 5. First down. Over the middle again into double coverage, and that's the boom and bust part of Christian Richard's offense. If he has to throw it, he is quite questionable. As I look down and I look up and we're already almost all the way through this first quarter. Tons of action already, still no score. Defensive battle just like the last game, it seems, as Vanilla Vic gets a delayed handoff. He finds some room, and he goes airborne, but he holds on to the ball. Got to be careful in the rain. Screen pass again. They kind of figure it out this time. They're going to call him short. ECU. Decision time for Coach TC and Coach K, and they bring out the field goal team. They feel like points are going to be at a premium, I guess. So in comes Josh Anderson. The exact spot he missed the field goal from 31 yards against Baylor, he knocks it home this time. As now we're getting a return here, Cody Williams. And this defense has had one hell of a first half. The rush defense has been playing well. They got a critical interception there on 3rd down. and they maintain the lead. Is the all SFA defense finally the answer to ECU's woes? Lorenzo Pines in motion. Rolling out left. Ryan McBride on the run. Dumps that off. Wide open man. He brought down there by Mickey Flames. 2nd and 4. Cody Williams, number 88, he looks like a tight end. I'm not answering budget questions during a playoff game, my guy. Check the recruiting general tab. Third and 2 now. Can ECU get off the field? McBride, he has a pocket. He yams it over the middle, open! Mickey Flames is kind of getting exposed so far in this game. Jimmy Reed on Mickey Flames there. Beats him one-on-one. Might need to move J.R. Swain to the outside here. Oh my, you got cooked on that route. Jay Jetta's letting me down in the CFP. What else is new? 1st and 10. Georgia's driving yet again. First quarter coming down to the wire. Ooh, looks like Clint Kubiak coming in. They slot out Lorenzo Pines to the slot. Dump that off, and that is brought down by Jordy Drake, Tommy Moore. And Jordy Drake's been a real sport this year, moving over to right outside linebacker for Roman Mills to make some room. One of the best linebacker duos in the country, as we're continuing to be under center here for Georgia. 1st and 10. They're going to run an end around, and it works here, but brought down by Sua Sailor. Or not Sua Sailor, sorry, Sua Cravens. Sua Sailor is on Iowa. All right, 3rd and 3 as we flip fields here to start the second quarter. Been a very back and forth game. Sua Cravens coming down, loading the box. We have 8 men in there. We bring a blitz. They're floating it out wide open, man. A bad angle from Darren Williams, and Cody Williams gets inside the 10. I'll tell you, Darren Williams and Mickey Flames are not having a good half so far. They need to get their head on straight. As Darren Williams, he makes the play, but he completely whiffed, giving up about 8 more yards. As 1st and goal for Georgia at the 6. Fake the handoff. Over the middle. Wide open, man. Touchdown. Jimmy Reed working one-on-one with Darren Williams. 7-3. We're currently looking like the Darren Williams facing Memphis his freshman year when he got cooked by a 3rd-string tight end. Brought him in to be a lockdown corner in these games, and look what happened. All right, so 7-3 here. ECU's going to get the ball back. A quick response from Georgia. We know that this game is going to have some scoring. J.R. Swain, he had the interception already, gets it back to the 20. First and 10 here for ECU. Hands it off, Vanilovic. He finds a little bit of room. He's still on his feet, and he finally goes down, and they somehow push him all the way back to -2. These bullshit refs not giving him the forward progress, instead marking him way back. Come on. What are we doing, refs? That was a 3-yard gain. Second and 12. Vanilovic now once again getting no room to speak of. This is not good. If we have to rely on Christian Richards' arm, it's not going to be a good day. 3rd and 12. Christian Richard. They dump it off, and Dusty Dukes, and that's going to be short. Channeling his inner Kirk Cousins here, dumping it short of the sticks. 3 and out. Very unimpressive drive there from the Carolina Pirates. Coach TC seen on the sideline smacking Coach K in the face, telling him to buck up. That was a horrible drive. As Georgia now takes over, see if they can capitalize on this field position up at the 47. Hand it off, Michael Clark, and he goes down. The run defense showing up today, and there he is, J.J. Watt, the 99 overall, perhaps the worst 99 overall to ever grace a football field. 2nd and 10 now. Takes the handoff, they dump it off, and nothing happening for these running backs out of the backfield. Randy McBride goes nowhere. Not too happy with the amount of broken tackles on that play, but we'll take the negative gain. Ryan McBride breaks 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles before getting stopped by Roman Mills, of course. 3rd and 11. This is where this defense has to be able to shine. And we get caught jumping off sides. Are they going to call the flag? I do not see a flag yet. And I think Georgia's looking for the flag, but no flag is called. All right, so the referee's making up for the Vanilla Vic spot on the last drive. We'll take it. Leslie Stirrups definitely was in the neutral zone, but hey, must be all the rain, the fog indoors here. So as we are creeping up on the midway point of the 2nd quarter, it is still a very close game. No blowout happening just yet on either side. What can this offense put together? Vanilla Vic now runs over a man. He makes Stiffies look so graceful and so easy. He makes them look like everyone can throw a stiffy out there. 2nd and 2. Hand off again. This time a power run. Lead blockers in his way. He cuts outside, breaks a tackle. Vanilla Vic down the sideline. He's still going. 21! From the season 11 Heisman finalist and Walker winner. First and 10 now at the 50. The run game is starting to cook. Another counter. Vanilla Vic getting more room, getting about 6 this time. If we can unleash the Vic, we may be in for a good day. It's Christian Richard now. He's going to hand it off again, and oh my. Linebacker got right through. That was Simmons, the middle linebacker who got the pick. He's having himself one hell of a day. 3rd and 3. Can ECU convert here? They'll run it again. Vanilla Vic up the middle. He breaks the tackle this time. He was ready for it. And he gets 10. The undersized quarterback, Christian Richard, hands it off again. Vanilla Vic feasting on this drive. It's been all Vic. 2nd quarter, he already has 15 carries. That's what we like to see. Had a chance to heal up from these injuries that keep keeping him out. Now we're going to the outside. He breaks 1, but that's just uninspiring. Why are you running to the outside when he's just been daggering them up the middle all day long? What are we doing? Third and 4 now. Trips right. Are we going to see a throw? Yes, we are. They bring a blitz. Wide open man in the flat. That's Mario Thurman again. Have yourself a first half, my guy. Wide open. What a concept. We're in the red zone now, folks. ECU seems to be in a rhythm. He has time, and it runs out quickly. Down goes Christian Richard. Sacked by Mike Petit, the outside linebacker. We had 2 men on him, and that was Gene Dallas and Jackie Claude that couldn't bring him down. Uninspiring. Remember, this is a full SFA offensive line, except for that right tackle. 2nd and 17. It's just a QB draw, QB power, and brought down Richard could not power through the safety. 3rd and 15. Hopefully we can get a couple of yards to kick a field goal here. They hand it off to Vanilla Vic. He finds some room, Vanilla, making it a more manageable field goal. And we are going for it. So ECU keeps the kicking unit on the sideline. 4th and 10 here in the first half. Christian Richard over the middle. Vanilla Vic, angle route inside the 5. What a call. Coach K knows ball as we hurry it up inside the 5. 1st and goal. Christian Richard, he takes off, up the gut, touchdown East Carolina! They take the lead! What a drive, taking about 4 minutes off the clock there and just running Vanilla Vic down their throat. Big time drive there from this offense. Kennard Short now has the ball. About 3 minutes, 7 seconds left on the play clock. Already about 55 total plays ran here in the first quarter, or the first half. A little low for an ECU game, but plenty of time for Georgia to run their offense. They love these under center looks. I think they were thinking that this run game would be a lot more impressive than it's actually been. This ECU defense proving that they are a lot better than the ones that faced Baylor and Tennessee a few years ago. 2nd and 10. That left side is wide open. Ryan McBride has plenty of time. This pass rush is... Oh, a fumble! And Clint Kubiak has the ball! Darren Williams! If this stands, it's an incredible play! Reed once again cooks Williams, but he delivers a massive hit. The question remains, though, will this stand? Did Clint Kubiak get the possession of the ball inside? No review! The fumble stands! Christian Richard immediately back on offense after one play. Second and 10, Richards taking off again. He has room on the outside, breaks one. Georgia desperately trying to get a stop. If they let ECU start cooking here, they could fall victim to... Oh boy, 3rd and 6. It's going to be a screen. Vanilla Vic, can he find room? He breaks one and he stays in bounds. No, Vanilla Vic goes down. So we are in no man's land here. So are they going to go for it again? Yes, they are. Fresh off their 2nd turnover. Can ECU find a way to convert yet again? 4th and 5, Richard. Kilpatrick wide open on the out route. He stiffies a man. 1st down, East Carolina. Holy cow. East Carolina playing out of their mind here in the 2nd quarter. Christian Richard now floats that over the middle. Mario Thurman hangs on. Second and 4. A lot of room on that right side. It's a counter play. Vanilla Vic up the middle. He breaks a tackle. Stevie's a man. Touchdown, Vanilla Vic. They take a 10-point lead here in the 2nd quarter. A masterful run there from Vanilla Vic as he breaks the new school record in only his sophomore season. What a 2nd quarter. Holy cow, my heart is pounding. I mean, to be honest, after seeing Seabass's career, he was the first SFA kicker, him and Roberto Aguayo. It's not worth it recruiting a kicker. Not worth wasting the budget, in my opinion. We bring Sua Cravens down on the line. Georgia was completely thought that they'd get this pro-style run game down ECU's throat, and it just hasn't worked today so far. This front seven finally showing their worth as we got split backs now. Georgia, four-man rush. McBrien, he just throws that away as J.J. Watt gets to the quarterback. 3rd and 8. Plenty of time for Georgia if they can find a conversion. Still have 2 timeouts. Trips left. Can be a screen pass now. Oh, I thought it was to the Titans, the other side. But Michael Clark goes out of bounds. If he could have stayed in there, he had a chance. But Darren Williams pushes him out. And they are going to punt it. So ECU once again having a chance here. Using their timeouts now. They'll have 1:22 left with a timeout on the board. We're going to get a return here. J.R. Swain, he finds some room. The athlete, cornerback, wide receiver from a few seasons ago. First and 10 now. ECU has all the momentum in the world. 1 minute, 14 seconds on the clock. Richard throwing the ball. He has time. He floats it out there. Double coverage. Mario Thurman, baby. What a grab. The touch from Christian Richard was incredible. First and 10, ECU. And they're hurrying it up. They're throwing it again, and this time he's sacked. Down goes Christian Richard. Thomas King getting his first of the day as they hurry it up again. Clock is ticking. We're here across the 50. Richard taking off again, and he's sacked. Oh my, he got sacked through the center. Back-to-back sacks derailing this end of the half drive for ECU. They're still hurrying up, though. They have a few chances left. Christian Richard, he's floating this one out wide again. And they're saying this one's out of bounds. 4th and 20 now. The punt team on the field, obviously. Would have liked that to be in bounds so they had a chance, but not worth it. They're going to try to pin them deep now. They are going to get a return, though, for Georgia. As breaks one, Kennard short. Gets out to about 24, 23 seconds left. 2 timeouts. Still a little time to be able to potentially make this a one-score game by either a field goal or potentially yamming it. Hand that off to Michael Clark, and he goes backwards. He teleports backwards. What a hit. And they might just be running this clock out. Yeah, Georgia is fine going to half, down 10, and that's where we are. So at halftime, the 6th seed, East Carolina, is up 10 here in the Cotton Bowl. This is a great time to remind you folks that the last 2 years, the number 6 seed has won it all. A fantastic first half. Definitely turnovers galore. I'm not too happy with my running game, except for when Vanilla Vic's been running it up the gut. But the big story here today is the ECU run defense. For years, it has been the Achilles heel for this defense, and we've never been able to overcome it despite having legendary players on both sides of the ball. This year, though, it looks like we might have found an answer. 22 rushing yards in that first half. Absolutely incredible job from this front seven. Rated the #1 defense in the country. You can talk about competition all you want, but look at those stats. The first round is just about surviving, yeah. Clemson should have won that game, but they didn't survive. They just absolutely choked their ass off. And we are guaranteed a new champion in a new color scheme for Season 13 if you missed the first game. As J.R. Swain getting the ball first, ECU already up 2 scores. Now, I might remind you, ECU was in a very similar position against Baylor last year. They had a 2-score lead at the start of the third quarter, and then their offense went completely silent for about a quarter and a half, allowing Baylor to get back into that game. As we get a hurdle here from Vanilovic, allowed Baylor to get back into that game, and they actually took a lead by a couple of scores before we were able to fight back. So game's obviously not over. We've seen plenty of crazy comebacks all year long. But 2nd and 3, you got to feel good here. Vanilovic finds the outside. He breaks a tackle. Oh, no. Can he get there? No! The defense swarms and keeps Vanilovic in the backfield. 3rd and 2. Third. Vanilovic. Oh, he has some room. Vanilovic, get on your horse, baby. Touchdown, ECU. They take a 3-score lead. 65 yards to the house. The Pirates came to play. Vanilovic, the former Heisman finalist, the Walker winner, didn't win awards this year. He was still in the conversation despite missing so many games, or so many like full games. He split all of his time with J.D. Gibson all year long, pretty much. But here we are. Playoff is when it matters. Ryan McBride, what can he do? The SFA player likely will not come back next year. He could, but he might declare. I mean, really, Georgia, I wouldn't say needs to abandon the run, but they need to stop the pro-style formations, running it down our throats, because it's just not working. They need to go into shotgun here like they did. And Jordy Drake forces an incompletion on Lorenzo Pines. Tight end who? Definitely not tight end you against us, baby. Oh boy, a 3rd and 5. A 3 and out would be catastrophic here for the Bulldogs. Free blitzer. He throws it overthrown. 4th down. Jordy Drake, 2 plays in a row. He breaks up the pass, then blitzes the passer. And 3 and out, Georgia. And we get a fair catch here. So ECU now has a chance to really break this game wide open. On their own 28. They just need to avoid the massive mistake to swing momentum. Richard out in the flat. Finds Kilpatrick. He always seems to be open in those flat areas all alone. I love the way this guy plays. Remember, folks, ECU and Buffalo will be playing in the ACC next year, so that'll be interesting. 2nd and 7. Another open man. That's Mario Thurman this time. Dumps that off, a weird pass, but Vanilovic still hangs on. They lose yardage on that. Not sure what Christian Richard was thinking. It might have slipped out of his hand or something as they continue to run their same offense. This team loves going fast. 2nd and 11. And going fast has killed them so many times before, but they just don't know how to slow down. As we get a counter now from Vanilovic, and he gets up to 8. And remember, folks, on Thursday, the Season 3 of our Fantasy Football League starts. Vanilovic was the reward player for last season. So, really a program-altering type of a reward is waiting for whoever somehow wins it all. You can pick any position, non-quarterback, to put a 90 overall. So, definitely a massive reward, as we'll be tracking that all year. As we get a nice run here from Christian Richard. We're still here, about 15 minutes remaining in the game. Plenty of time for Georgia, but they've got to get something going on offense. 2nd and 3. Richard, he's going to take off again, and he goes down. If he would have just stayed straight, he had a chance. Thomas King brings him down from behind, saves the first down yardage. Cutting outside was not the move there, Richard. Remember, as a redshirt freshman, he still makes a lot of mistakes. And this is like only the 6th game of his freshman campaign, as he missed 9 weeks with an injury. And we're yamming that deep, and oh my, what a catch! Dusty Dukes, not known for being a receiving threat there at tight end, but he makes the play. The poor accuracy, he makes up for it. First down, East Carolina. Everything's falling their way right now. Dusty Dukes in motion. Quick option, first we've seen today. Christian Richard down the sideline. He breaks one. He stays in bounds. Touchdown, East Carolina. If this stands, they take a 24-point lead. How did he stay in bounds? No review. They've broken this game wide open. Welcome in, Nick. You had Clemson, ECU, Ole Miss, and Ohio State. Well, I'm not gonna spoil what happened in the Peach Bowl, but that was an instant classic. All right, Georgia, and he throws it away. He had the chance at the screen pass. It looked pretty good. This defense has been incredible, truly playing up to that #1 rank. Ryan McBrien, and he's sacked! J.J. Watt finally does something here in the CFP. Man's been injured his whole career, and he finally makes a play right as McBrien's about to yam it. Georgia just has had zero momentum at all since they fumbled the ball away. Darren Williams completely swung this game so far. 3rd and 17 now. McBrien has time, and he finds his man, but way short. Cody Williams only gets 5, and that's another 3 and out. Oh my, the SEC, the only power conference without a national championship, absolutely shitting themselves today. Oh, Darren almost got there. J.R. Swain gets up to about the 47. A chance to extend this lead even further, but I'm going to be honest, I don't feel safe until the game's over. I know this game, it loves to ruin my life, so. Quick option, Christian Richard, he finds some room, cuts inside, breaks tackle, he's still going. He gets about 5. Dumps that off, and that, no first down for Alex Kilpatrick. He can't outstretch it. Yeah, I don't hear much barking from the crowd right now. 3rd and 1. Handoff to Vanilovic, and he goes down! Georgia gets the stop, and that's what they needed. They needed something to fall their way. There it is. Coach K with the commentator curse from the chat, man. And, all right, we're going for a coffin corner. That's a bit of a shank from Robinson. ECU really not known for their special teams prowess, as that goes out at the 23-yard line. All right, Georgia, here's your chance, and you kind of got to start chipping away right now. They're down 3 scores with 2-point conversions. McBride delivers one, and oh my, what a diving stop, Mickey Flames! This defense is incredible. 2nd and 10 now. And another sack! J.J. Watt again! 2 drives in a row! Who is this guy and what did he do with my defensive end? Yeah, definitely not an underdog story. This is a team that should have already been very good. Finally not choking, basically. Not an underdog story at all. And another 3 and out. Georgia has moved the ball exactly like 0 yards this game, or this quarter. Was a 10-point game at halftime. Now we've got J.R. Swain making a move outside. Yeah, props to Tribe, man. I don't know how he beat me. At home, that winning streak. It's because of that winning streak. When it gets too high, it probably just kills you. Quick option this time. Christian Richard up the gut. Since making that errant throw at the beginning of the game, he has played one hell of a game. 2 touchdowns on the ground. 2nd and 4, up around the 50 here. Full out blitz, and they get to Richard. Victor Ware, his 2nd sack of the day from that corner area, and Georgia's had it. And they wanted to pressure the young quarterback, and he makes the mistake. 3rd and long now. Can Georgia get off the field? Time's ticking away, but there is still a chance. 3 scores. Dumps it off. Alec Kilpatrick, and that's going to be 4th down. Mango, let me cook. All right, another punt here to the corner. And he cuts inside. He has some room. Kennard short for 12. Remember, he wants to play running back for somebody in the portal. So if you need a running back, a high-quality one at that, look for Kennard shorts. As now Georgia comes out empty. They are begging for something to fall their way. They've been a tree stump all quarter long, unable to move the rock. They get a pass here. Joe Newman for 7. Got to start somewhere, but they're going to have to start chunking it down the field. I mean, when you're going against like all 90 overall defensive linemen, you're going to have a shaky O-line no matter who they are. Dumps that off. Wide open man. Cody Williams again. He has been by far their best receiver today. He's been opened pretty constantly. So 1st down now at the 50. Can kind of feel the tide shifting since ECU's been unable to capitalize on their field position recently. Can Georgia make a comeback? Dumps that off, and that's complete! What a catch from Jimmy Reed. He had Clint Kubiak draped all over him. 1st down, Georgia. They're inside the 40. This is their best drive since they had the 7-3 lead. 28 unanswered from ECU. They dump that off. There's the tight end, Lorenzo Pines, and he goes airborne. He's still going. The SFA tight end starting to make plays now. Georgia's heating up. They found a rhythm here. Cooking Roman Mills, that's not where he shines. He does not play well in pass defense. Like I said, folks, this game is not over until the fat lady sings. The NCAA Blue Square gods love to fuck with me. 3rd down. Last play of the 3rd quarter. McBride floats it. Another wide open man. Jimmy Reed this time. Down to the 10. But as we head to the 4th quarter, ECU 31, Georgia 7. Looking to become the first group of 5 team to ever win a CFP game in the modern era. And they're a quarter away. as they leave the AAC for the ACC, hoping to get that second C with a championship. 1st and 10, though, from Georgia up the gut. Can they run it? They've got to start hurrying it up. They are down 3 scores here. Plenty of time, but they have to hurry it up. They got to get these 2-point conversions. 2 tight ends on the field now. This is where this team shines. They're going to throw it. Lorenzo Pines! And he stops short. Sua Cravens brings him down. The clock continues to run. Each of these seconds is so precious. That was a massive stop from Sua Cravens. At worst, draining the clock about 15, 20 more seconds. As he handed off, Michael Clark, touchdown, Georgia! As they gear up now for a 2-point conversion to bring them back within 16. Here's the 2-point try. McBrien. Only 4-man rush, and he's brought down. It maintains a 3-score game. An 18-point game now. Massive stop for ECU. But now, if you're this ECU offense, you've got to find a way to make this drive last a little bit, as Vanilla Vic got a very nice kick return right there. It's not going to be easy. Georgia, they have 6 sacks. They've gotten through this G5 line. 1st and 10, ECU. They've gone cold in the second half of the 3rd quarter. Vanilla Vic gets a run now. He breaks a tackle, goes down. He's up to 185 yards and 2 tutties. 2nd and 3 now. Richard floats that out wide. That's Dusty Dukes, and he stretches for the 1st down. That's huge. Every 1st down at this point, massive, taking time off the clock for East Carolina. Christian Richards, starting out shaky, has had himself a fantastic day on the ground and through the air. Vanilla Vic, he gets about 7. Yui, I don't know Star Wars, but that makes a lot of sense from what I know about it. 2nd and 3. Christian Richard keeps it for one of the first times in this. He runs through 2 guys. That's another 1st down. That's all they need. Keep running. Keep draining the clock. If you're Georgia, you've got to generate a turnover. You've got to get a stop here. No more scores for ECU if you have a chance. Richard. They hand it off. Vanilla Vic. It's another counter. The offensive line playing mad in the run game. These polling guards are insane. And he's up to 200 rush yards. Vanilla Vic is giving the SEC the treatment they've given us for years. Christian Richard finds Vanilla Vic. He's still in bounds. He steppies one, and he steps out. How do they not give him a illegal touching? I mean, I guess they are just tight-roping these sidelines incredibly well. First and 10. Vanilla Vic again. Georgia sees the clock slowly ticking away. That's their biggest factor at this point. 2nd and 6. Dukes in motion, comes in to block Richard by himself, and he gets another 1st down. The speed of Richard accelerating away from that backside end. 1st and 10 now inside the 15. Vanilla Vic again to the outside. He cuts inside. Vanilla Vic touchdown. 38-13 now for the Pirates, and that semifinal is looking more and more within reach. And don't look, people in the portal. That was Taylor Sockrider getting absolutely smoked by Vanilla Vic on the edge. I can't believe it. I cannot believe not only are we in line to win this game, but that it's not me screaming my ass off on a last chance BS. That it's saving it for the semifinals against, oh God, it's setting up Buffalo. This whole thing's setting up Buffalo, man. I'm going to get smoked by Buffalo, and I'm going to have to sit here and commentate it. Oh, baby. Well, 1st and 10 here, McBrien. Do they have any life? He throws that away. Georgia just unable to move the rock like at all. Yeah, that's been me over the years, Mr. Mushbrain. Had some very sad losses in the biggest games. The walk-off against Tennessee and Nick in the Citrus Bowl 2 years ago was no time on the clock. That was BS. And the last year in this game, in this stadium, a wide left to lose the game. But not today, as Michael Clark, you're trash. Roman Mills again, baby. The steal of the transfer portal. 9 tackles today and another 3 and out. If you did not believe in ECU's defensive prowess, you are a believer today. I gotta say, I'm just gonna say, I see a lot of similarities between ECU and Coach Prime at Colorado. We're going crazy. All the haters. We keep receipts. Vanilla Vic, 219 yards, 3 TDs. He has easily been the player for this team. And, I mean, we all knew it. Best player on the field at all times. Richard. He has time. We're still throwing it. He chucks that one. 3 of our guys all at the same spot, and they deflected away from each other. Weird design. Oh, yeah, for sure. 2nd and 10. And that's an interception. Christian Richard throws his second one of the day. Is it too little too late, though, for Georgia? Now, I got to say, I mean, it looks like it's in hand, but goddamn, there's 5 minutes on the clock. Ryan McBrien knows how to yam that bitch deep. This may be troublesome. We cannot continue to give this team free possessions. They'll score eventually. They aren't the number 3 team in the country for a reason. They played Notre Dame within 2. Oh, wait, we're reviewing this call. All right. We never sim game day games. They're going to call it a catch. The drive continues. They're inside the 30. Still 5 minutes left. Down 25, though. It's 4 scores at this point. And they just throw it away. I mean, no matter how hot Georgia can get, it's not looking great for them right now. Second and 10. He yams that one deep as he's hit, and Darren Williams tries to catch it out of bounds. 3rd and 10 incoming. Yes, very true, Yui. 3rd and 10. Handoff Michael Clark, and they're just trying to get a little bit closer, I guess. If you bang in the field goal here, it's down to a 3-score game, but no, they're going to go for it. 4th and 8. I thought the run play was to set up the quick field goal. So Craven's coming into the box. McBrien dumps that one off short again, and he goes out. Jordy Drake secures the game, and that should do it. I think Georgia came into this game thinking that they could just rely on Michael Clark in the run game, but they just got stuffed and didn't know what to do. They kept getting into 3rd and longs, forcing McBrien to do something he wasn't practicing for. All these short throws were meant for 3rd and shorts. Just the game plan didn't go the way Georgia thought it would. Nobody thought that ECU's rush defense would actually hold. Every year they just claim, yeah, we fixed it, we fixed it. This year they actually showed it. Vanilla Vic continues to run it down their throats. At this point, put in Gibson, please. We do not want a Vic injury. Even though injuries in the CFP are just for the game, the way the bowl season works in the editor and all that is it doesn't register injuries as multi-game. So any injuries that happen in the CFP, they only last till the end of the game, and then they'll be in the next game. That's how it's worked for the last, 5 years? This is our 6th year on this engine? Dang. 2nd and 7. Kilpatrick getting a carry. That's a new wrinkle. Guess we're testing out stuff for the Rose Bowl. Be Coach TC's and ECU's first appearance in a Rose Bowl game down in Pasadena, just about 25 to 30 minutes north of SFA HQ. As they're now running clock here, 3rd and 7 here in the Cotton Bowl. TC is likely going to win his 2nd career Cotton Bowl, the first to do it with 2 different teams. As that is a completion, the first catch for Kyle Wilson, the #1 receiver. He's been locked down all day. It's been all Mario Thurman and Alex Kilpatrick, but hey, like I said, you can lock down these receivers all day long. If you don't stop Vanilla Vic and Christian Richard in the run game, you're not going to win the football game. So the clock continues to tick down. ECU trying to run out the clock. Vanilla Vic up the gut again, and he goes down after about 7. Making his case for the CFP MVP and the cover athlete of season 13. We're in for another purple season. Purple and gold, though, not purple and orange. 2nd and 3 now. Handoff. Richard's going to keep it. He goes up the middle, and he lowers his shoulder. Why are we doing that? Man, he killed his tailbone. Petit, have yourself a day. We're inside 1 minute left here in the Season 12 Cotton Bowl. ECU has a commanding 25-point lead. Vanilla Vic to the outside. He breaks a tackle, shrugs him off, and gets about 7 more. 1 more snap should do it here. 30 carries for Vanilla Vic, 239 yards. What a day. Showing why he was snubbed out of the Heisman. 2nd and 3. Vanilla Vic up the gut once again, and that should do it, folks, here in the Cotton Bowl. ECU is going to go to the Rose Bowl. And as we hit 000s here in the Cotton Bowl, it's finally real. The first G5 team in SFA modern era history wins a CFP game, beating Georgia 38-13 on the legs of Vanilla Vic. What a game and what a performance. ECU will go on to the Rose Bowl, and they await the winner of Buffalo and Ohio State tomorrow night. Oh my God, we actually did it. Vanilla Vic celebrating. Let's go! SEC what? It just means what? Suck my left what? Let's go! SEC is down bad, baby. Just the way we like to draw it up. Vanilla Vic for 65. What a crazy game. All right, folks. Well, tomorrow we're gonna start out with Nebraska and Ole Miss at the same time, 4 o'clock, my time, 7 Eastern, and then immediately following we will do. It will be Buffalo and Ohio State, another big time user matchup. 2 user games tomorrow, so users are 1 for 3 right now. So we'll see if the others can make it. There's still a chance, folks, at having a user natty and having a national championship trophy sent to somebody's house. Let's see this game. It was a really good game to start. I mean, they had the lead. It was 7-3. And then that fumble happened, and ECU rattles off 28 unanswered, and then by then it was just too late. Christian Richard here, he did throw 2 picks, no touchdowns, but that is not the point. This is the point. When you run for almost 300 yards and 5 touchdowns, and Vanilovic averages 7 a carry, you're not going to win the game. As you got Mario Thurman now, 93, he popped off. Vanilovic had a couple of catches. Kilpatrick had some great plays as well. And Dusty Dukes had that crazy catch as well down the field. Xavier Rhodes, I mean, you did what you need to do. Giving up 5 sacks, we'll take it. Against this quality competition in the CFP, you're going to get sacked a bunch. Defense is at a premium, but the defense here, Roman Mills, what a pickup. Darren Williams, what a pickup. He forced a fumble that completely switched the game up. Incredible play from the senior cornerback. And we live to fight another day for these seniors. And J.J. Watt shows up when he's been never even playing. 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. Who is that? J.R. Swain, that incredible interception to start the game. Oh, baby. We're playing another game here in Season 12. You love to see it. Kicking, Josh Anderson, you know what? He did it. The 31-yarder from left hash, he did it. He reclaimed it. Good on you. All right, Georgia now. Let's see what Georgia did. Ryan McBride, 21 of 31. You know, he did what he needed to do, but this is what they expected from Ryan McBride, but they expected more. 25 total yards of offense rushing the ball is absolutely ludicrous, especially on the sliders we play with. This rushing defense is no joke, and they showed it here, and that's why this team lost. I think ECU is probably begging for just completely from a matchup standpoint, begging Ohio State to win, because Ohio State is all rushing. If we can do this performance against that rushing offense and force Lee Sanders to throw it, we're fine. If we play Arch Manning, the Heisman winner, and all those SFA players, and our corners play like they did today, I'm a little scared. We also didn't even see Bobby Doucette become a factor at all, which is crazy. One of the best kickers in the country. So that is the game, folks. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry that the CFP took so long to get started, but I feel like, we kicked off with an absolute banger. The ECU game kind of worked how the first round games typically work, kind of blowouts from time to time, but we always get a couple good ones, and a double OT one to start the day was incredible. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. I'm going to work on highlight videos. They will be out. Either the VODs will be out tonight. The highlight video is probably out tomorrow. So we'll see exactly how it works. But if I have them done tonight, I'm just going to upload them. But yeah, crazy game. I'm getting my player of the game graphic here. And as always, guys, thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow.